Hello friends, I'm Pankaj Sharma and I'm back with my third module of my series on linkages between ESG with Sustainable Development Goals SDGs and the Dairy Sustainability Framework DSF. Friends, the first module talked about the basic concept of sustainability, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals SDGs of the United Nations, and the Dairy Sustainability Framework, a framework specifically designed for dairy industry by the industry itself. In line with the SDGs, the DSF framework has been designed. In the second module, we discussed about the linkages between ESG with regard to animals and SDG and DSF. Now, in the current third module, we will talk about the ESG with respect to farmers and its linkage between with SDGs and DSF. Hope you will like the presentation as much as you have appreciated the first two modules. Please do not forget to like the video and also subscribe my channel if you have not done it so far, so that you continue to get updates about my future offerings. Happy viewing and bye for the time being. This module focuses on the environmental, social and governance ESG impacts related to farmers. It highlights the importance of offering farmers a regular, fair market at their doorstep, transparent payments, support for improving animal productivity, training in clean milk production, and promoting farmer health and wellness. These practices positively impact the environment and society. The module also explains how these ESG protocols align with Sustainable Development Goals, that is SDGs, and Dairy Sustainability Framework DSF criteria, supporting national commitments to the United Nations SDGs. Let us now look at each of these criteria. First is ESG farmers regular market. Most of milk producers are small, marginal farmers or landless individuals who rely on dairy for income, making them vulnerable. They must sell milk daily to sustain their livelihoods. Hence, it is the social responsibility of the organizations to provide consistent market access, ensuring both farmer livelihood and regular supply to dairy plants. Now let us look at how this ESG protocol is linked to SDGs. There are two important SDG goals which are linked to ESG protocol. Number one is SDG 1, that is no poverty. End poverty in all its forms everywhere, which is fulfilled by providing regular and remunerative market to farmers. Then SDG 8, which talks about decent work and economic growth. It is promotes sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Now, if you look at the linkage with DSF, that is the DSF criteria, DSF 6 is directly linked to it, which talks about rural economics. And it talks about total payment to farmers for milk and the rate at which farmers are paid. The parameters which are to be measured and monitored are milk procurement per day from farmers, number of days milk is procured from farmers, milk holidays by the company, milk rate paid rupees per kg. Second criteria is ESG farmers remunerative prices. Since dairy is the main income source for most farmers, ensuring fair and remunerative prices is vital. Operation Flood succeeded by guaranteeing year-round fair prices through the dairy cooperatives, making India the largest milk producer globally. These organizations passed on 75 to 80% of the consumer price to farmers, promoting sustained engagement and investment in dairy farming as a key social objective. Now the SDG goals which are linked to it are SDG 1, which talks about no poverty and poverty in all its forms everywhere, and SDG 8, which talks about decent work and economic growth, promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. The DSF criteria, which is linked, is again rural economics as DSF 6, which talks about total payment to farmers for milk, the rate at which the milk is paid. The third protocol in ESG farmers is transparent payment systems. Declaring a remunerative milk price is important, but ensuring timely and actual payment is equally critical. A transparent system must measure milk quantity, test quality at collection centers, display results clearly, and ensure regular payments. This builds farmers' trust and encourages long-term association with the dairy system. The SDG goal which is linked to this is SDG 8, which talks about decent work and economic growth. The transparent payment system ensures full and productive employment and decent work for all. And DSF criteria is rural economics, which talks about improving rural economy, which is ensured by total payment to farmers and the rate at which the milk is paid. How to improve these parameters? Setting up transparent testing system, ensuring error-free transmission of data, rate charts, and other important information, sharing test results and applicable volumes and rates with farmers on a daily basis, ensure direct bank transfers on premeditated dates. Fourth protocol in this category is also very important, that is productivity improvement. Despite decades of efforts to enhance milk animal productivity, a significant gap remains. Indigenous and nondescript cows and buffaloes, contributing nearly two-thirds of India's milk, produce only half as much as exotic and crossbred cows per annum. This results in higher production costs, making dairy financially unviable for small and marginal farmers. While government agencies are responsible, dairy organizations also hold a social obligation to support productivity improvements. This enhances farmers' income and reduces resource consumption per animal. The SDG criteria which are linked to this are SDG 1, no poverty, which talks of end poverty in all its forms everywhere. SDG 4, which talks about quality education, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, which can be ensured by building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. The DSF criteria which are linked are DSF 1, which talks about animal care, somatic cell count, animal health welfare plans. DSF 6 talks about rural economics, total payment to farmers for milk and the rate at which it is paid. The parameters which have to be measured and monitored are and also improved are milk production per animal of associated farmers, number of animal care and feeding practices, training programs organized, AI is done per successful conception, average dry period in animals of associated farmers. Next in line is clean milk production trainings. In India, milk production is primarily done by small and marginal farmers, with large organized farms contributing very little. This system of production by masses makes mechanization unviable, resulting in manual milk handling and consequent poor hygiene at the village level, often leading to animal diseases like mastitis, reducing productivity. Dairy organizations have a responsibility to train farmers in clean milk production to improve quality and animal health. The SDG criteria which are linked are SDG 3, which talks about good health and well-being, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages, and SDG 4, quality education, ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. SDG 12, which talks about responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. And DSF criteria, DSF 11, which talks about working conditions at farm, at plants, and safety plants. Parameters are somatic cell count, residue and adulterant free milk, number of training programs organized on CMP, how to improve parameters, ethno-veterinary practices are adopted, education of farmers for judicious and minimal usage of antibiotics and other medicines, training farmers on clean milk production practices, timely vaccination and regular cattle camps in villages, easy to implement instant milk adulterant and residue tests at field level. Last in this series is health and wellness. Dairy organizations must care not only for milch animals but also for the health and well-being of associated farmers. Healthy farmers are more productive, attentive to animal care, and follow better milk production practices. This strengthens their bond with the organization, moving beyond a simple buyer-seller relationship. It also reduces the risk of milk contamination, supporting clean milk production. While many dairies focus on animal health, some like Banas Milk Union in Gujarat go further by providing modern medical facilities and ambulance services for farmers. Such initiatives help fulfill social responsibilities and build lasting loyalty among milk suppliers, benefiting both farmers and the organizations. The SDG criteria which is linked is good SDG 3, good health and well-being, ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages, and DSF criteria of working conditions, DSF 11, which talks about farm or plant safety plans. With this, we come to the end of module 3, detailing the linkage between ESG protocol with respect to farmers, sustainability development goals, and DSF criteria. I hope I have been able to do justice to the task I had taken upon myself. If you found the presentation interesting and useful, please do not forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if not done so far. I would request you to please share your views and feedback so that I am able to improve my future modules. In case you have not seen the first two modules of this series, please click on the link given on this slide. I have also shared my contact details in case you want to get in touch with me and provide your feedback or suggestions. Thank you very much and goodbye for now.